There is a new Star Wars movie coming out this year, and if you're a long-time fan of this channel, you know what that means. Death! Who's gonna die? Who's gonna survive? Pain and suffering! Are the new character's gonna die? The old character's gonna die? Is Slow and Low gonna die? Either way, everyone, today we are going to be talking about who will die in Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. Either way, we're going to be doing some very well-reasoned and definitely wrong predictions about who will bite the dust in the new Star Wars movie. Let's first talk about the main cast, that being Rey, Finn, Poe, and Rose. I think Rey, for the most part, is pretty okay. It would feel weird if she just kind of died at the end of a trilogy that's been, for the most part, hers. It would have felt weird if in the original trilogy, just Luke just kind of dropped dead by the end of the last movie. It doesn't make sense for the main character to die in the movie that's meant to tie up the story and be a victory for the good guys. So I think Rey is pretty much completely safe. Finn, on the other hand, is a maybe. Could be some sort of, motivation for Rey if one of her closest friends died, and throughout all of the, 2 movies, Finn seemed to be her best friend, regardless of the fact that in 8 they didn't really see each other that much. The reason I think that they probably won't kill Finn is because they almost did it in the last movie and then decided not to. I don't think JJ would make the choice of, reverting Ryan's decision to save Finn. I think that it wouldn't make sense for the story if they fake out killed him, then they actually killed him. It would just feel weird. So I think Finn is safe because of episode 8. When it comes to Poe, I don't really see much point in him dying. I guess if we need a light side sacrifice, then Poe's your guy. But I guess that's the real reason why they shouldn't do it. Poe is your guy. Out of the current cast, Poe would be the most likely and the most in character to sacrifice himself for the Resistance. He's kind of put himself on the line in 8 by creating a mutiny. So I think that Poe could definitely do it in character, but it wouldn't really be surprising, so it wouldn't really have the punch that a death of a main character should have. I don't think Rose is gonna die. I've seen a bunch of things where people are like, oh, Rose is gonna get stabbed by Palpatine in the new movie. No. She's not. Rose is fine. If they kill Rose, then I will eat raisin toast. I find it so unlikely that they would kill Rose. I guess almost because they're proud of her. I don't know. I think that she's more of a comic relief type character. She's got heart too, but again, I think that she has definitely shown she would sacrifice herself for the Resistance, and so it wouldn't really have any reason in actually letting her do it. Now I know, the first 4 characters I've already said, no one's gonna die. Here's a death that I think is gonna hit everyone really, really hard if it actually happens, and that is Chewie. I think that Chewie will likely die. I actually said this in my episode 8 video, and I'm actually gonna repeat my prediction for episode 8 because I think that it's a likely end to the character. I think Chewie will sacrifice himself within the Falcon. I think that the Falcon will be destroyed in this last movie, and I think Chewie will be piloting it. There's a chance Lando could be on board too, but, why bring him back for a movie than just to kill him? That would seem sort of gratuitous. Now we have Leia. I think Leia is safe simply because of the really unfortunate circumstances with her untimely passing, but also because they don't have the footage of her dying, unless they did film an alternate death scene for Leia in episode 7. As you may know, they are only reusing episode 7 footage to get Leia into this movie, so I think that she's safe. I think insensitivity to Carrie Fisher and the situation around that, I think that they will, I think they'll leave the character, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they had plans to kill her in the original scripts or the original ideas, but I don't think that she will die in this movie. Now, one person I really don't know about is Maz. Maz, I don't even know if she'll be in this movie. There's been no confirmation. She wasn't at the celebration panel, or Lupita Nyong'o wasn't. So It's unsure if she's even in the movie. If she is, same as the other characters, I don't see any point in her dying. Alright, that's all the heroes done. Now let's get on to the villains. Firstly, we've got Kylo Ren. Kylo Ren, I think he will die. I think that he will come back to the light side, but will eventually die, and that's simply because I don't think he can truly ever be redeemed for his actions. I do think that he will do something in toppling the First Order, and he will come back to the light side, and I would say that there's probably a bit of time where he comes back to fight Palpatine, but I do think in that fight he will die, and I just feel that it would be weird if he was running around with the Resistance, and this is the guy who killed Han Solo. It would just be strange, and I have a feeling that as retribution for his actions, he will eventually die, but he will do it in some sort of heroic way, which will sort of solidify him as a hero, but at the same time, still a villain. I'm almost certain that Hux will die, and the simple reason behind that is that he is the mustache-twirling comic book villain, and he's got to be defeated, and obviously the most common result in defeat in a lot of these big action set pieces is death. So I do think Hux will almost certainly die, maybe to Kylo's hand, maybe halfway through the film he gets real angry and force chokes him, but I think Hux, no matter what, is just dead. And now, of course, we've got Palpatine. We don't know how Palpatine's going to show up in this film. He might be some sort of weird spirity ghost thing, but if he is physically in the film, I think he'll die. Again, I think it's just for a sense of closure. This is the last episode, and Palpatine's an evil guy. We need to have the villain defeated by the end of this story. He's got to go. Now, I'm really hoping I didn't miss any characters here that were really huge. If I did, whoops. I'm really sorry about that. Thank you very much for watching today's video. Hopefully it's not too long. Hope you found it interesting. If you would like to add to the conversation, please put a comment down below. I'll try to respond to as many of them as I can. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and I hope you have a great day.